Okay, so here we will put the flow name. So I'll put a name initials and I will say payroll, let's say July and 01. That means first time I'm running it. And payroll, this is mandatory. That means for which payroll am I running it? Weekly payroll, bi-weekly payroll, US payroll, UK payroll, whatever names I might have given.
Okay.
So let's say I want to run it for semi-monthly payroll.
Okay.
If it is a semi-monthly, it will only process those employees who have been assigned to the semi-monthly payroll. Okay.
Okay.
Next, I will look at the payroll period for which I'm going to run it. So let's say so was July, okay, 13. And rest of these are not mandatory. Run type is mandatory, whether it is regular or not. And process date is by default. What is the process date? You can give today's date or you can give end of the month. Okay. And date earned is the on what date, that is 31st July usually. Payroll relationship group means within this payroll, if you want a smaller group of employees, you can do that. Element group means suppose you are generating a payroll only for a certain group of employees, then you can identify that.
Okay.
Let's say you want to do a payroll process only for bonus element. You don't want to process everything. Then you can create an element group with bonus and use that. And once you're done entering the mandatory information, you can click submit. So to look at the flows, we go to view flows. View flows. Can you see this view flows?
Yeah, I can see.
So we click on view flows and see this is now running. When I click on this, it can give me information about what it is running and how much it is, how many users and stuff like that. It will tell me.
Okay.
So usually it takes a bit of time. So let it run peacefully, and you can in the meanwhile keep checking on it. See how many records it has picked up. And then it will tell me how many successfully processed, how many have failed, and what is the reason for failure. And like in Quick Pay, we used to get those errors, right? So here also you can see the error, what if it has failed. Progress status, give it a few minutes, you can keep refreshing. You will find the status if once it's successfully done, it will show you how many successful. See 30 successfully processed. So 30 plus 136 pending, total is 166.
Okay.
Which is better, this one or Quick Pay?
I think this one. Quick Pay shows too many errors, like this happened, this happened. Again, we have to go back and check what we have done wrong. These all are semi-monthly holders, right?
Correct.
Because I just selected that.
So you can look at them and you can check their information, and you can then look at them. You can individual rollbacks also if they have if they have ended in error.
Okay.
See, now it's processed.
Yeah, completed.
So once it's processed, and then if you want to look at this, let's say our own's got 659. See, this is the statement of earnings.
Mm. Oh yeah. This is showing more clear than that, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Right tax, tax. Okay.
Got it. Now,
Mm.
the next step is to generate it's to submit the prepayment.
Next prepayment.
So we'll have to now go to the prepayment and get it. Okay, before I go to prepayment, the most common issue that we often face is troubleshooting. Okay, now to troubleshoot information about what has been processed for an employee, you can't go into that with 10,000, 12,000 employees being processed in the payroll. It's difficult. So instead what we do is there is information here, something called as person results. So here you can go and look for individual employees. How? I will say 659. That is the employee number. Okay.
Yeah.
You remember Scott Aaron? So we'll look him up.
In this, we cannot give whatever salary that we want to, right? As we did it in earlier.
Yeah, you can do that because it will pick up
Okay.
from element entries only.
Mm.
Source is element entries.
Yeah.
So whatever you enter in the element entries, that is what is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is the payroll that has been processed for this person 31st July. See name of the payroll. I ran it just now. When I click on the
Yeah.
three dots on the side, I can look at the statement of earnings. I can look at balance. I can look at run results. So if I go to run results, it is the same element entries that have been processed.
Mm.
So if I remove this primary only flag here, I will get everything here. All the elements that have been processed.
Okay.
So you can see these are the individual, including basic salary. If you have PF, if you have HRA, all those entries that are there against them. So there are 481 element entries here and 25 are showing. So you can keep going through that one by one. So now see, more employees have come in. So there's like city tax, state tax, all those have kicked off here.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Now that we have submitted, let me go and check whether this person has the payment method entered or not. Otherwise, we'll enter something and then process the prepayment.
Mm.
Mhm. Oh, for my username, there is no person. So I have to go through person management basically.
Mm.
We have looked at payment methods before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So this is where we are entering the payment method. Let's say ECS or let's say Axis or Citibank, whatever we want to give.
Mm.
Organization payment method is direct deposit. And this is 4th of July. Let me just change the date.
July 31st.
I know I'll put something in the past, so that there won't be any issues. So here I will say Citibank. Submit it. And here we can give the bank details. Okay. So we'll say routing number is mandatory. So if you're looking for routing number, we can do like, you can go to the Google and look for Citibank or Bank of America routing number. Like this, these are routing numbers. Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Or this, usually it's a 9-digit number. So just pick up any one. It has to be a valid one. It checks that and put it over here. Save and close. Now, a little bit on the payment method. When we are doing these payment methods, no, system allows you to have as many bank accounts.
Okay. Routing number is for the particular location in that
Correct.
country.
Correct.
Or, okay. Mhm.
It is like our IFC code that we have,
Oh.
like that.
Okay.
In
Okay.
US and UK, they go by the routing number.
Okay.
See, this one 100% will go into this account. Okay. It might be that the person wants 2 separate accounts. So what they can do is you can have another payment method. Let's call it Bank of America. Direct deposit. And here you can choose percentage. So let's say the person has an EMI or taken a loan. We do that, right? So part of the money will go into a particular account.
Mm.
And then we go and after this, we attach the bank details. Got it? Then we do submit. Now see what will happen. 30% of the money will go into Bank of America. Remaining pay will go into this. Now the payment method, you can do it in two parts. Either you can put it as a percentage or you can put it as an amount. So amount means like a fixed amount. You can say $5,000. Maybe $5,000 will go into this account. Anything else? So if the person is getting 6,000, 7,000, remaining amount will go into that account.
Okay.
Got it? And you can have as many bank accounts as you want, no problem. Got it?
Okay.
So this is what your prepayment process is going to do. Prepayment process will look at the person's details, bank details, and accordingly generate the split. How much has to be paid to each person. So now I will go and submit the prepayment process. Again, I will go to submit a flow. Let me choose US. I can search for the process here also directly. Prepayment. And our payroll here is, if you remember, semi-monthly.
Oh, semi-monthly, yeah.
And process start date will again put it as 31st. Date. Now see the parameters have also changed. I can do it for a particular payment method, either direct deposit or check, or I can do it for a payment source. Okay. Or I can leave it blank. That means everything will get processed.
Okay.
Completed. 166 records completed.
Okay.
So if you want to look at the prepayment results, click on it. See, total amount 1,083. 1083. Where is it going? It is going to Citibank.
Citibank, yeah.
That is probably 50%. Remaining amount 464 is going to Bank of America.
Bank of America. You mentioned it as 30% something.
Correct.
Okay.
So now when you generate, if you go back to our the sequence, we did this. Number 2.
Yeah.
Next step is archive the payroll process. Then we have to generate a bank file. So when the bank file is generated, in the prepayment, we have split the salary into Bank of America and Citibank. So Citibank file will have that much amount. Bank of America will have another amount.
Okay.
Accordingly, the payment will be done.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. Yeah. So even for the pay slips also will get two, right? Because
No,
obviously.
payslip will be one. Payslip will be one, but the split can be shown in the prepayment, saying that this much is going to this amount.
Oh, okay. Okay. Pay slip you'll get from the HR, right? Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Payslip will, in most cases, what they do is in the payslip, they will put two lines saying the Citibank, $1,000, Bank of America, $400, 464, whatever the amount is.
Okay.
Let's see if it is showing there. Oh, we haven't done the payslip yet. But if you go and look at the payslip, you will find in the payslip, it will be showing after we run the payslip. So the next step here is archive process. So we'll have to run the archive process. Archive periodic payroll results. This is the one. So we click on this. Basically, the purpose of archive is to create a copy.
Yeah.
So you again choose semi-monthly. Process date is the same, 31st of July. This is end date, 31st of July. And you say submit. Submitting a payroll process is always better and preferred way.
So in real time, employees which they use mostly like quick pay one or this one.
It actually quick pay is used if only one person is being processed. Like if somebody has left or somebody is joining, it got missed out in the main payroll. So what companies do is once they submit the main payroll, they might come across records where somebody's payroll got missed out. So then they can quickly go and run the quick pay. Which is a common practice to run the quick pay, as and when required. So it will be a mix of payroll process and quick pay. Mostly payroll process will process bulk of the employees. Right, 90 to 95% or even probably 99% will be done by. So this is now completed. Next, we'll submit the payslip. So
it will show us the copy now.
Correct. Sorry. Yeah, basically
it will show
behind
us,
the scene. Yeah, behind the scene, it will do a copy. It is. This is the generate pay slips. This is the process. And for bank file and all, bank usually there is like, process for generating the bank files, and then we will generate the payslip. So this here you have the generate check payments and generate the payslips. Okay, generate for external payments, run balances and all that. So let's say, let's run the So here also, when you go inside, when you click on it and go inside, you'll be able to see how many being processed.
Okay.
So it's complete means these guys are done.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember earlier, it was not showing these archive results.
Yeah,
And
this was
now it
not,
is showing.
yes.
And when I click on Aaron Scott, I'll be able to look at the generate payslip results and all that process details, and generate payslips. Got it?
Mm-hmm. So what about the rest then, apart from, other 30 members?
Other
34. Other 34 members that we have selected earlier got selected.
166.
Yeah.
There were total of 166. Now out of that, 132 probably has bank details. Others don't have a bank details. So their prepayment probably did not process. So we'll have to now investigate why the remaining did not come in.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go and check this. So if you look at this July, this was prepayment. Here 166 got processed.
Yeah.
So everybody got processed. Now out of that, at the archive level, $132 got processed. So remaining, how many? 34.
4.
Remaining 34 employees did not get processed. But now we'll have to see why. Either they were missing out on something, or there was some information which was not there. Everything is done. Why is it still showing pending? I think any moment now it will finish. Okay. So as part of your task, what you will do is identify 2 or 3 employees. Okay. And make element entries for them.
Okay.
And then go and submit the payroll and make their payment methods, give them the bank details and everything, and generate their payroll.
Okay. So I should create new element entries again, like.
Yes.
Okay.
If you feel like, you can roll back the July run that I did. Okay, then. Okay.
So this will take time, I guess.
Yeah, it is done because all the processing is over. So sometimes it just it will take a few minutes before it will say that it's completed, or it remains hanging sometimes. Maybe there is some process at the back end which hasn't returned a completed signal to it.
Yeah. And one question, like when we have selected 2 banks, right? Citibank and Bank of America. So all these 132 members have, that's why it's showing.
No, not all 32. Only for Aaron, we have given that.
Yeah.
Others, if they don't have it, then the default payment method is check.
Okay.
So the
default bank account will be there.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody may not have, sometimes what happens, if someone has got transferred or someone has just come in, they may not have their bank details ready. Like when people go on projects abroad, it takes like 10-15 days for the bank or papers to be processed, account to be opened, and things like that. So during that time, you can't leave the employee without salary or without money, right? So what they do is they'll say, okay, we'll generate a check for them so that at least they will get the check and they can deposit it. But if they don't have a bank also, they can't deposit the check.
So other 34 that they don't have any bank details, so they have not
Either they
taken it
don't have it, or they may not, or it might be due to some other. We'll have to check why those did not get picked up. We don't know the reason right now. So we'll have to investigate why that has happened. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Try this out. We'll meet on Wednesday again.
Okay. We'll meet on Wednesday, or as you said, classes are less. Should we?
No, what I want to do first is at least complete all the steps first before we, we take a break and you guys do the practice and then we can meet again. But for now, today, whatever we did, submit the payroll process, try these out from your side. Okay.
Okay.
And then, we will complete, let us first complete all the topics. Maybe this week we'll try and complete all the topics. Okay. And then we will look at, you take some time, do the practice, and as and when required, we can then, maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, we meet up again with all your queries.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, done. Okay, sure.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.